Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. That is the last of it. The last of the rubbish, really. Last of the scrap metal around here. And that is the beginning of a new generation here on Grandad's farm. Welcome back. My name is Alex. As always, I do hope you're doing very, very well indeed. You join me here at Asus farm as we are going to be cracking along really with the tidy up of this yard. We had an episode last week that you all enjoyed thoroughly. It's great to have you all on board there. Love to see you all enjoying it. And that was kind of just walking around, having a look at some of the equipment and the state of the yard right now and seeing what we can do with it to make it bigger and better. And now we kind of just need to get going really. We've got the field that has been doing a little bit more tidying up work. As you can see, that last load of scrap has just left the yard. As you can see, once you get around the shrubs and trees that are about to meet their gruesome end very shortly there, we have got an awful lot of space now. We cleared out an awful lot of rubbish, a lot of junk in here. So we can now get a look at all these machines in a little bit more detail here, which is fantastic. So you've obviously we've got the County 754. Now this, we are going to try and start in a little bit. We have so far, or I have replaced the battery on here with a brand new battery, fully charged, ready to rock and roll. Checked the oil, changed the oil and the fuel filters. They're both looking nice and good now. There's no debris inside there, which means there's no signs or symptoms of the engine starting to shred itself or break into pieces inside there. So that is good news. Starter seems to be functioning and working as we'd expect it to be as well. And also the yeah, everything else is looking good, and we seem to have a current coming through to the ignition key as well. So this guy, in theory, should start. I even cracked open the top and took the rocker plate off there and had a look at the valve rockers, and they seem to be moving quite freely too. So all very good signs. So we're gonna have a look into that. This old truck here, not a clue. Not a clue at all. It might start. We're gonna get towed out. We'll have a look at it there. It could be fantastic. We don't know, but we're gonna have a look into that. And this old girl won't budge at all, and it's likely. There's a few rusty holes in this in places that you wouldn't want to see it, so I think this is going to get pulled straight away by a scrap man, and we're going to get this taken care of. So we don't need a combine yet anyway. We'll have to try and find one at some point though. The Fiat itself though, it's been doing a little bit of graft. It's been kind of worked in a little bit, which is good, and it's kind of really in its keep there now. That's good news about that tractor. In this shed here, we did borrow this trailer so we could pull over this. Pull over the little mulcher that we're going to be using there. We'll see how we get on with that one. And yeah, after that, it's just a case of inside the shed here. There's still a few things that we need to have a look into, but we're going to have a look at those at a later date. I've got an idea about one of those. It might well be indeed that this guy, we don't actually keep. It's a county forward control. I'm not really sure what we'd use it for in all honesty, so we might see if there's a collector out there who wants to pick that up. Yeah, watch this space with that one. For now though, we're going to get this yard tied up really. I feel like we'll get this... We'll get the Fiat put into work here. We're going to tidy up all this and try and restore all this concrete to a bit of its previous glory, so we can see what state it's all in. To do that, we're going to move the truck out of the way first, and then yeah, if we can strip back all of the weeds and the debris here, we can see what we've got. Then hopefully we can see what actually needs to be looked into, and what we actually need to kind of resurface if we have to there, or anything like that. So that's what we're going to be looking into today. So we'll just swing this around here out of the way. Okie dokie there. Alright, so let's fire up the Fiat. So like I said, the Fiat's been doing a few little jobs there. It seems to have worked its way back in now. It's looking good. We did give the oil a bit of a top up. But other than that, it's doing very well. I say that as it does start up. So we're going to give it a little bit of a workout on the PTO here today. Get the revs kind of kicked up a little bit. But yeah, ultimately it's doing well. This PTO, I've been told, or this mulcher, I've been told, should shred through everything you see here. We're going to find that out very quickly, I guess, as we see how we get on. But let's give it a go anyway, and see what it looks like. Just don't want these weeds around here. So, PTO. It's going to be coming down from that lever on the side there. That's my clutch, I do believe. Oh, Lord, there it is. Well, it's definitely starting up there, folks. I think that's just about good. Let's get that lowered down. Okay, we're just kind of hovering above the concrete there, just so we can kind of skim the surface, really. Make sure we take everything off that we need to. We're going to try and get as much of this this shrubbery all tied up. This tree in front of us is coming down. I have bought a chainsaw to bring along with us, so we're going to take care of that one, which is going to be fascinating to see and get a little bit more yard space, because I don't know how long it's taken for that to grow, but my memory doesn't have that being here when I was a kid, so I'll have to see. I wonder, we might be best if we could just go backwards over that guy. There we go. It just takes a couple of attempts to flatten it, I think. Now we'll just go back over this again. Excellent stuff. And even by just doing this, it's really going to tidy the whole area up. I was thinking, I asked around the local contractor. I've got someone who can take this topsoil away, which is great. We might keep hold of that hardcore, because I know that we'll find a use for that somewhere. I'm absolutely positive. We'll just take our time over this tree as well. That one, there we go. Looks infinitely better, I would say. Yeah, so far, like I say, the field's doing very well there. It's sounding a bit better. It sounds like it's getting a little bit more worn in, actually, a little bit warmed up, so it's doing very well. I think we're going to keep hold of this tractor for the foreseeable. I see no reason why we should get rid of it. I mean, it's got a loader on the front of it for a starting point. It's around about 90 horse, I think. Or it was at least when it was new. I'm not sure what it's sitting at now, but it's a good little starting point for us to be able to get this farm up and working. And like I say, the front loader is going to be invaluable on here. I have been doing a little bit of thinking, to be honest. I can't get this farm off my mind really when I'm not here. So I have been thinking a little bit about what else we could keep hold of, and what would kind of get rid of there, and what machinery we need to update. But my mind's running away with it a little bit, so what we're going to do is just hang on and wait. Next week we will be having a meeting with the with the accounts, really, just to see what let's lift that up. We'll go all the way back here just to see what we've got to play with there, really, I think. And see what funds we have to inject into getting this farm back up and working, because machinery aside, it's going to take a little bit of money just to get this into a fully functioning farm again, because right now the buildings need a bit of love, and we need to get some seed back into the ground ultimately. So how we're going to do that will be quite interesting to see. There we go, get that bit flattened out very nicely indeed. So yeah, we've got that meeting coming up next week, so the next episode you'll see from us will probably be detailing that a little bit further, I do believe, and we'll see how that all comes together. But yeah, I do believe that we'll be, right now there are 4 tractors on this yard. I think I'd like to stick with 2, and only 2. I don't need any more than that really. Probably get away with just one good one, but I might look to pick up another good second-hand tractor. A bit bigger, a bit more modern than what's on the farm already, so I have a short list really that I would like to try and fill. So we'll see if we can, if we're lucky enough to be able to do that. Let's get this a little bit tied up in the corner as well here. Perfect. Okay, well, it's looking a little bit better, I suppose, and we'll just go up by the side of these. There we go. I'm just going to go up around the front of the trailers here, make sure that's all tidied up, because we're going to have to get those all moved around and checked out at some point soon. Handy that we got them though, nice looking little trailers, that is for sure. Okay. Alright, and then you can see that we did just have to kind of shove the old fuel, well, the new fuel valves are in here. We're just going to take these out as well if we can. Great stuff. We'll be able to check out, see if that silo pit is still working properly as well at some stage. That's another job for us to do. But yeah, let's just kind of work our way around the side now. It's already looking infinitely smarter. We'll get some Roundup into that building as well, just to kill off all those weeds so we can prevent this grass from growing back. We need to get a proper farm track in here somewhere and to figure out just what that's going to look like. And where, more importantly, because at the moment this little back entrance isn't the best, so we'll have to figure that out. I fancy making it through the other field there, in all honesty. Go back here. We'll probably keep that as it is. We just need to get this bit all tied up. So how are you doing anyway? I hope you're all very well. Do let me know what you think of the progress we've been making so far on the recovery of the farm, and any ideas you have that we could put into place here. We have got diesel in the diesel tank here as well, so that is good. So we've got plenty of function moving forward here. We're not going to run out of any supplies, that's for sure. But yeah, I'd love to know. Oh, that's going to be a big one. There you go. I'd love to know what your ideas would be if you were in my shoes here, to see how we can make this work a little bit better as we kind of continue along. Next stage, like I say, is we're just going to chop down this tree. Make that a little bit easier, and then we're going to be on to trying to get some of this machinery out and salvage some of this stuff so we can actually get it put to use, I think. And I've ordered a bucket for my front loader here. Ooh, that's another big one. Good lord, this thing works like a beast. Absolutely powerful. So yeah, the idea is that we can, some of that hardcore around here I can spread just so we can cover this whole area a little bit better, really. And try and make a little bit more use of it, but all I want to do to begin with was just make sure I can access everything I need to. I'm going to need that drill sooner rather than later, and that cultivator as well. What I would love to do that's a bit better. What I'd love to do is get that cultivator onto the county if it will pull it, and just go and see it break down some land a little bit there if we can. I think we're just going to kind of go through here. Two more bits I want to try and tie up here. One bit is just sneaking through here if we can. Oh no, a little bit too wide there. Oh well, we'll have to wait. We're going to get that taken care of first. Anything in there? Well, there's a little bit, but let's just do that now. And into the back of the shed here. So yeah, everything in the back of the shed here. We don't need to keep that truck either, so not that I think it's going to be worth too much. We might as well let someone try and have it if they really want it. Because yeah, we've obviously got something a little bit more modern, a little bit more powerful there as well. Of course, I do like my pickup truck. And we'll try and see if we just sneak into here as well. Christ knows how all of this grass has come back around, but there we go. Such is life. It seems to be the kind of the theme for around here. Everything is just shooting up. But we're going to get some Roundup sprayed onto here anyway. And for now, I think we'll just kill the RPMs there. Switch that off. And I also just want to park this onto some concrete. So we'll just keep an eye out to make sure that there are no further no oil leaks coming out of the underneath here from the PTO there or anything like that, because this is the first time we've really used the PTO in earnest. So we'll just kind of park that up about here. And out we jump. But yeah, so far at least, looking good. This guy, we are going to try and jumpstart in just a few minutes here as well. We also need to get some sort of pressure washer because everything is filthy around here. Need to give it a big going over. But first of all, this thing seems to be just right in the way. So I wonder, let's go and get the old chainsaw and we'll give that a bit of a blast. Looks a lot better already though. Looks smarter. Looks a bit more tender and tidied up. So we'll see if we can get some gravel spread around here just to make it look that bit better in the coming days. Alright then. One more meant to mow. So, like I say, I think we'll keep that one. That's got some nice character to it. And right now it's not too much in the way. This shed here, I don't think we're going to use it for anything too drastic. It might be a workshop really, but given where the entrance is, I can still get in and out there nicely. So that's fine. This guy just appears to be in the way for me as far as I can make out. So I wonder if we can... let's try and go a bit further down here. Let's try there. Oh, Lord. Ooh. Didn't go to plan. Right. Okay. I'll try something here. Don't try this at home, kids. This is not going to go well. I have to get out of the way pretty quickly. Ooh. Perfect. There you go. Okay. Okay, and folks, so we just put a little bit of something behind that there to make it seem a little bit more manageable. And then we're just going to get this all stacked up nicely out of the way. And that already looks a lot better. We've got a stump to try and remove there. That's fine. We'll get rid of that at some point. But yeah, I just want to get all of these branches out of the way here. Get tucked up inside. We'll figure out what to do with these at some point here. They might just get left to kind of dry out. We might take them over towards the farmhouse. As we could, in all likelihood, just let these dry out and then put them onto the burner over there. So we'll have to wait and see about that. But yeah, that's looking all mighty and all very impressive. And yeah, just it already feels like we're going to have a little bit more space to work with here, which is exactly what we're aiming for. One's a bit big and messy, but we'll just leave you there. Let's get you tied up. There you go. Even better. Right then, so job number 2 for the day done. I think you'll agree. I hope you'll agree. That looks better already, really. So we are just going to try and get this county started up, I reckon. That seems like the best course of action for us right now. As we have a look into here, though, quickly, we've got the Fiat 1000 DT and we've got the forward control. Now, I believe that both of these tractors would do quite well with a second-hand or an antique or a vintage Fanatic. And I think what we might be doing, we're definitely going to look to get rid of the forward control because I just can't justify or find a use for that in its setup there. I have no fertilizer body or sprayer body to put on there, so that just doesn't really make too much sense. So we'll see what we can do about a best buy for that. The Fiat, I don't know. The Fiat I love, but if I don't know, we might keep it. Of course, we haven't tested the start of these things, so we'll have to look into that one at some stage as well. But we'll see. Obviously, we know we've got one start there. We're going to try this one next anyway, so I just need to pull this a little bit closer. Lift this up here. Just kind of angle ourselves in a bit more. That'll do it. Oh, get down there. So we'll get some jump leads from the truck, which will get stuck onto here, and then we can try and give this a bit of a go. So it's all set up there. I've checked everything I can possibly check there. I just haven't jumped it yet either. Now it shouldn't need a jump because it does have the new battery on there, but we might just give it that little boost anyway just to help it along the way. So I'll get the jumpers and then I'll join you in the cab. Alright then folks, shall we give this a go, shall we? I think we're all looking good. It's a bit dirty in here. Yeah, pressure washer is definitely the next course of action, I think. But let's see how we get on, shall we? Ooh, it's trying, you know, it's really trying to turn over there. Nearly. We'll give it a little bit of time there just to settle back down. What I want to do for the first few times there is just let it pump over there, just because I can push the, get the oil pressure up a bit, get the fuel coming through, and really try to see again. That sounded not too bad. Let's just give that another few turns. Oh, come on. Come on, it's nearly there, you know, it's nearly there. It's trying, it's trying, it's trying. Oh, I thought it was nearly there. I'm going to give it one more try. Oh! Oh, it lives, folks, it lives! Listen to it. Alright, let me get this Fiat out of the way. Ooh, it's a grab space. This is magnificent. That's 2 for 2 right now. Okay. It seems to be sounding okay and not too much smoke, if any, really, so that's good. Very happy with that. Perfect. Alright, so we're going to get this, let's see this moves. Hasn't been moved at all there yet, like I say. I don't know if the door's open, so I'm just going to launch myself over the back. It wants to go. It's going forward. Let's reverse here, shall we? Nothing. Oh, there you go. I think the brakes were just stuck on ever so slightly. Folks, we have some action. We're steering here. What have we got? Something. I mean, it's not blessed with speed in reverse, but it is good. It feels numb as ever. Okay. But the main thing is, folks, it's working. We've got some speed and some forward and backwards action here. Let's just try to go forward again. Alright then. An absolute jam of a tractor. Let's leave this about here for now. The county has arisen. The 754 even is flying and it's firing. So that is magnificent there. It's a beautiful old little machine. We're going to keep it around here. I think I love that one. I don't know what it is about that, but I really do like that. So we're going to use that just to shunt bits of equipment around here, I do believe. We might even try and get it just hooked up to a trailer here, so we have something to get ourselves going with at some stage. But ultimately, yeah, that's great news. We're going to let that tick over for a little bit, and then yeah, like I say, 2 for 2 right now, so we're looking good. Those two in the corner there are probably just going to get wheeled onto a scrap truck at some point and taken away to the local scrap heap, and we'll make do with that. But ultimately, yeah, couldn't ask for more. We're looking in a much better place here right now, which is fantastic news. So there we are. That's all I want to really bring you today. I'm going to continue to tidy up the yard around here. We are looking at some point to get some field work done. I'm half in the mindset, to be honest, of trying to find a local contractor just to get a start on things here, because these fields are quite big. My equipment around here just isn't ready for it, if I'm being honest there. So I might try and get somebody in, or see if there's a farmer that I can do some work for in return for borrowing some equipment. That might be the best way to go. But yeah, watch your space for that one. We'll see how we go there, and at some point we'll get our own tractors here onto the land. But yeah, for now, we're going to leave it here. My name's been Alex. I do hope you have enjoyed, as always there. A little bit of something different there, but we're making some great progress nonetheless. So if you have enjoyed it and you have to do so, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to Simulation for the Nation. You always host everything, and we will see you all in the next one. So until then, thank you and goodbye from Grandad's Farm.